Hey, this is Brandon from the Drum Educators Network, and today I want to talk to you about raising the prices of your lessons, how to do it with your current students, and how to do it with new students. So there's two parts to this. The first is with new students. Um, Basically, well, it's simple. You just raise your prices and you tell people when they contact you that it costs X amount. So if you charge 45 an hour, at some point you decide to raise it to 47.50 or 50, you just do that. So that's pretty easy. I would encourage you to continue to raise your prices every few students until you hear that it's too expensive for more than one person. So if you raise it to 50 and you keep getting new students, then maybe at some point raise it a couple more dollars. If you raise it to $50 and three people say it's too expensive, then maybe drop it a notch, even go 49.50. Sometimes it's psychological. That way you can get paid more and more for your time and you can find out what are people actually wanting to pay. For years, I was refusing to raise my prices. So I started when I was in university, it was like 35 an hour. And for like 5 years, I refused to raise my rates. But at some point with inflation and life is expensive, it just didn't work to not raise my rates. So what I did now, if I'm going to go to the second part, which is with current students, how to raise the rates. So at some point, it just wasn't feasible anymore, and I decided I wanted to raise my rates $5 an hour. So from 35 to 40, which is still really low, but at the time it was big deal, $5 an hour. So what I did is I did it over a year, I think, or 6 months. I can't remember. That was a long time ago. But basically, I informed all my students 2 or 3 months in advance that there would be a $2.50 raise. And then that a few months later, there would be another $2.50 raise. So to raise it $5 an hour. So I did it with two tiers to kind of make it hurt less, basically, for my students. So, yeah, I would do that just kind of gradually. But with new students, just keep raising your prices until it seems like A, people tell you it's too expensive or they stop signing up for your classes and then back it up a bit. But that way you can get paid what you're worth. And often we undervalue ourselves. So, yeah, it's better. Life is easier when we make a decent living. And so that can help you to get paid, make a few more bucks is, yeah, raise your prices with new students. Another one, and I talk about this a lot, but is group classes. So if you charge 25 a person and you can get three people in your room, your teaching room, that's $75 an hour instead of even 40 or 50. So it's a big difference to teach group classes. We can have up to six and we charge 27.50. So that's $160 an hour or something like that. So that really helps us because we're a small business and yeah, it's very expensive to run. So that stuff helps us to keep us afloat is the group classes. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. If you have any questions about this, you can leave a comment. And please check out drumeducatorsnetwork.com. There's a free class. And yeah, you can shoot me an email anytime. I'd love to hear from you. All right, take care.